What's up, XRP holders? And guys, if you're watching this video, if you're holding crypto, if you're holding XRP, you're probably as frustrated as I am currently with the price action. And guys, I think it's super important that we follow along with the smart money, that we don't follow the dumb money. In this quick video, I want to show you what smart money is doing right now, what I expect short-term for XRP and midterm. And I know I said it in a lot of videos, we are super close to something absolutely massive in the crypto market. And that is currently still my thesis. That is still what I think. That is still what I believe. I'm all into crypto. I'm heavily invested in XRP. And I think we are super close to that next major move. And yes, sometimes when I say this, I don't mean that it's going to happen tomorrow. I don't mean that it's going to happen next week. But I do believe that we are very close right now, guys. So let's get straight into it. First, of course, smash up the like button. I appreciate you watching because as I showed you in multiple videos, most retail is gone. Retail interest is back at bear market levels. So yeah, I appreciate the like and let's get into it. Let's start off on the weekly candles for XRP. And what you can see is that the price is currently getting compressed into an apex. The Bollinger Bands in the color red are currently compressing the price into a very tight range. And typically this leads to a huge move. We've seen that in November and right now we're seeing the same thing. So be aware of that. And we also have this compression pattern going on with this downward sloping resistance in the color black and this upward sloping support, and there isn't much space left within the pattern. So literally from any day now we could see a big move in the price of XRP. So yeah, midterm extremely bullish. If we move over to the daily chart, and we can see that XRP is currently still hovering around the $2.17 price level. We had to break out beyond this trend line and we're currently still holding beyond the trend line here. However, in the immediate short term, as I made you aware in yesterday's video, there is a lot of liquidity piling up around the $2 zone for XRP. A lot of liquidation leverage, in this case from long positions. What price typically does is it wrecks the most amount of traders in the market. So it wouldn't surprise me if we would see a wick to the downside, a liquidation wick, before price eventually reverses back to the upside. This is of course not guaranteed, but I just want to make you aware of this possible worst case scenario for XRP. And if that was about to happen, I expect the price to find some support between $1.90 and $2. So just be aware of that in the immediate short term. Midterm extremely bullish, and I expect that huge breakout for XRP. Now, another thing to pay very close attention towards is actually the M2 money supply. That is this chart, and you can see that the M2 money supply is almost at 22 trillion. Now, what you need to understand is that more liquidity into the system means less trust in fiat currencies, and this is a clear sign of liquidity creeping back into the system after the 2022-2023 tightening signal, as you can see over here. And whenever this chart ticks back to the upside, it usually means that the Federal Reserve is getting more dovish, and historically that's been very bullish for risk assets like Bitcoin, for example, or XRP. Now, another super interesting thing here is that a $10 billion US Treasury debt buyback was announced on June the 3rd, as you can see over here. And that's basically the government buying back its own debt. And this is a tool they haven't used in decades. This is a very strong hint that QE style operations are back on the table, even if they don't call it that. And what this basically means is more liquidity in the system means a risk on sentiment, a higher chance of rate cuts coming very soon, and the government is clearly concerned about the debt sustainability. So pay attention to these signs, guys. I think we are entering a very interesting phase, and you don't want to give up on crypto, on risk assets like now. The next thing that I want to show you is actually what smart money is currently doing, and this is what I posted yesterday. XRP whale to exchange transactions are near a 6-month lows. Big money isn't selling. So you can see that over here. Back in December, January, a lot of whales deposited a lot of XRP onto the exchanges, but right now they're not interested in selling. And I think I showed you this chart in yesterday's video, but I just wanted to remind you that this is important to look at what smart money is doing, and they're not selling. So I'm also still extremely bullish on XRP. Also here, the XRP search term on the Google Trends indicator with the last 12 months is still showing us 15 on the index. This is the lowest search interest since 2024, basically. Perfect time to buy more on XRP. So you want to be bullish here. You want to be bearish at the highs when there is a lot of retail interest, but you don't want to do it the other way around, guys. So pay attention to that. Now, if you're interested in purchasing or trading XRP or any altcoin, I can highly recommend Pionex or Weeks. My links are down below in the video description. Massive welcome bonuses. For example, if you sign up on Pionex right now with my referral link, then you will be eligible for a free 1000 USDT deposit bonus on registration, completely for free. Check it out if you're interested. The link is down below. And lastly, if you're not already following me on my Instagram account, which I reactivated, I highly recommend. So the link is also down below. A lot of XRP content over there. Check it out. That was it, guys, for today's XRP analysis. If this was helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow me over on my Instagram. The link is down below. A lot of XRP content. For now, guys, stay strong. Patience is the name of the game. You want to follow along with the smart money. They're not selling right now. They're not interested in selling. Retail interest is at bear market levels. You need to stay in the game if you want to reap those rewards here in the coming weeks, in the coming months. So stay strong, stay in the game. I want to thank you all for watching, for the support. Like the video, and I'll see you very soon with another one. Bye-bye.